Guys, my name is Ariana and I'm going to be teaching you, yes you, how to make a princess or a female with long hair and a dress and a crown, which kind of sounds like a princess, but yes, this tutorial will include how to do clothes and human beings, which I know some of you struggle with, and I used to struggle with making a human too, but honestly, it's going to be so simple, I'm telling you. And also, we will not be making her face, which makes it way easier. Okay, let's get started with our tutorial. You see these canvases behind me and kind of eraser right over there? Well, we're going to be needing all those. I'll put these on the screen right here, the stuff that you'll be needing. Okay, I think I can stop the light skin stare now. Anyways, we're going to open our maker pen, click open palette, and then our menu should come up. Now, we're going to click the magnifying glass. And you see all these different things. We're going to use our search bar and type in the things that I just put on the screen. Okay, so we got our eraser. Got our eraser marker. Multicolor marker. And we are going to need another eraser. So with all of these things, I'm so sorry. With all of these things, we're gonna use them. And you might be like, Zoriana, why in the world do we have two erasers? Well, let me demonstrate for you. I'm going to draw this cute little heart and another cute little heart. And you might be like, why are they hearts? Because I'm a girl and I like them. Thank you. Okay. We're gonna scale this smaller and keep one kind of originally of the same size. So as you can tell, they are not the same size. So let's see. Oh my god, that's like half of our art. And now I can get rid of the part that I failed at. Way smaller part. And I can make it look so much prettier. There we go. Instead of just having to do the, the whole heart all over again. Which, that's just not it. So, yeah. Now we're gonna get started on our tutorial. Wow. Like, everything's like, don't record today, don't record today. I'm gonna have to redo this take. Because my headset's not charging. I have this problem familiarly with my charger. Okay, so anyways, let's do this again. I'm gonna start it from the top. That's why we need smaller erasers. Now, I'm going to move this stuff to the side. And make this canvas center. But before we get started, you might be like, Zoriana. Oops. You might be like, Zoriana, how do you have a black marker? Well, actually, first, most of the tutorial and all of the tutorial actually will be drawn in black marker. So you might want to switch your marker to black. And you might be like, well, first of all, how do I even take out my maker pen and recolor it? Well, I'm so glad you asked. We're going to click the three little lines button on our Oculus controller. This menu should pop up and we will click backpack. Then after that, your maker pen should say use or recall if you already had it out. Now you grab it and it pops right in front of your face. You're going to hit recolor. It's going to show this palette and you're going to hit colors and then you're going to hit the darkest color. And with your multicolor pen, which make sure it's a multicolor marker, multicolor marker and not the rainbow selection of markers. You can get the rainbow selection of markers, but you need to, I mean, there would be no point because like they already have a black marker in there and you can just take it out. So we're gonna hit our trigger button, our back trigger on whatever. We're gonna use the maker pen, and now you have a black marker just like me in the club with my twin. We be right. Oh shit. Anyways, now let's do this, okay? We're gonna draw our cute little pretty princess. Gonna be drawing me, guys. I'm corny. Yeah, I know I'm corny. Anyways, we're gonna start with the bottom of her heels, actually. So, for this, I would recommend making the canvas bigger because we're putting way more detail into our beautiful princess. So, let's grab our maker pan. Remember, 3 to lines button, backpack, user recall, or grab just from your back. If you hit the star to favorite it, you can grab it from your back. Okay, so now we're going to wait, do keep in mind, I totally forgot. Always freeze your canvas. Always freeze your canvas, or something like that would happen to you. In worst case scenario, you draw all over your beautiful art. So do not forget. I'm going to unfreeze mine, scale it using our scale button, and then I'm going to freeze it again. Freezing it makes it so you cannot grab it and draw accidentally all over it. Let's get started on our beautiful princess's heels. I have to think in my mind that kind of all princesses have heels because I like that feminine thing. You know, you don't really see men wearing heels, even though I would like to. Don't clip that. No one's gonna watch this anyways. No one's gonna clip it. So I mean, who cares? Oh my gosh, I'm supposed to be explaining it. Like this is not a vlog. Okay. So, we're gonna kind of like use a stick man for reference. Come here, a little whiteboard. Look at that. Now, see how when you draw like heels, it kind of looks like the shape of an L when you're trying to draw a stick man? We are not drawing stick man, by the way. So we're gonna start with this L shape, kinda. Right? And then we're gonna do kind of like a roller coaster, so like that. And then we're gonna go up at an angle and down at an angle. Leave a little bit of space right there. Then we're gonna do it like a water slide. Slides down there. And when you want for some detail, let's add some puff. So a puff is kind of like this, and then we're gonna do the points right here. And yeah, and you can always add a little bit more support at the bottom if you want, of course. And there we have our heel. It's not gonna look the best because this is a beginner tutorial. Why am I so low? Anyways, yeah, so we're gonna do that and go down again. We're gonna make it a square. And then we're gonna put our beautiful princess's feet. That sounds wrong, but please don't take that out of context. Alright, so we're gonna get her heels. We're gonna take her leg, actually. We're gonna draw the leg. I do need a smaller marker, actually, for this much detail. I didn't think I'd be doing that. So make sure you get your extremely small, tiny little marker, too. We're gonna draw it kind of like a slope, a slide, maybe. So it's gonna go up. We're just gonna keep going up and kind of spread the legs wider. The line wider. Okay, now on the back of our heel, we're going to draw a cute little bow too, just for some detail. So, draw an oval, right? And then draw a straight line on the end of the oval, and then an angle. And then we're going to do a cute little square. Sideways square, maybe? Rectangle? Whatever. Now we're gonna draw the thing that hooks the heels all together. So it's gonna be like a line like that. Or if you want, you can make it thicker like that. Okay, now our princess is secure in her own heels. Now we're going to take the line and we're going to just kind of do it like the other leg. I realize this kind of looks sort of bad, so I'm just gonna fix that. Yeah, look at her little pretty princess. Oh yeah. Okay, this is just one leg. We do have to get started at the other leg, but for me, it's easier to draw with the main course, which is obviously going to be the skirt because it's going to be massive because she's wearing a ball gown. So we're going to do the other foot later. Okay, so now let's get started on our dress. We're going to draw half oval. Then we're going to do a little wave, which I call waves like these things or these things. So let's do this. Copy me. Right, left, right, left. Look at that. You did it. Okay. Let's do it again. And we're not going to do a wave this time. We're going to do kind of a shaky line. Or it's going to have like, it's going to be like a valley. Yeah, we're going to call this valley. That's not how you spell valley, but who cares? We got low cortisol in art. I'm pretty sure it has an E. Who cares, bruh? It doesn't really matter. No one's going to watch this. Anyways. Here we go. I'm going to start with our wave. And make that little part right there. Kind of looks like a leaf. Then we're going to take it and do our wave again. Slightly in the middle of her heel. And we're going to do a U shape. Gonna go back down into a squiggly line. Make it go back up into another U shape. Then another squiggly line. Then another U shape. Then we're gonna go in another U shape, but up this time. And upside down U. And we're gonna draw our wavy lines. Remember, wavy. And then we're gonna close it right here by going up and making a dull edge. We're gonna stop there for now. Well, actually, we should definitely keep going because I'm probably gonna lose my thought. Okay, so after that, we're gonna go to this, where the end of the dull edge is, and we're gonna imagine like curtains. How the end of curtains have like a thing like this. Most of the times, maybe blinds if you have that in your house. Okay, so now we're gonna start right here. I like to say umbrella. Yeah, let's do umbrella for that. Now, umbrellas kind of have this, and they have the thing above it that looks like a mushroom. You know what? We're gonna call it mushroom. Yeah, that's mushroom. That's mushroom. Oh my god, I was choked. I'm not even that funny. Anyway, sorry. We're gonna do a little hood right here. There we go. Then we're going to do the dip. Like that. Gonna go back up some more. We're gonna do our wavy line tactic again. Then we're gonna go back up, wavy line tactic, tie it all back together. Tiny little line right there. Go ahead and still down. It's very hard for me to explain something like this because it's such a unique type of shape. Which it's not really a shape you can describe. You just have to be like this, this, and that. Because that's the hard thing about like drawing. Like you can't just tell someone, I need you to draw a heel like that. It has to be the shape, but there's no shape for a heel. Like, yes, everything is a shape, but like it's a type of shape. Like you can draw literally anything in art, and most of the time it is not going to be a shape. So you're just gonna have to follow my wavy lines and my this and that, and I'm very sorry about that. I do apologize. Okay. So now we're gonna do this, which we're gonna close it right here. I'm gonna make a little hood that goes up our wavy lines again. And we're gonna make a tie right here. Now you might be like, Zoriana, that looks like the cytoplasm. You're right, but it'll change. Promise. You gotta trust the process. That's what art is all about. Okay, we're gonna close that right there. And then go right underneath it. Don't make a big gap. I'm gonna close this right here. And we're gonna go that into that part in the corner. I feel like I did something wrong. It's fine. So we're gonna take this, go underneath, make the dress a tiny bit longer because after all it is a ball gown with our wavy technique. Then with this piece, we're gonna take our pen right here, almost at the end of it. And we're gonna we're gonna draw kind of like another little squiggly line, but like a oval, a messed up oval. There we go. There we go. And then we're gonna draw the end of it right there. Then we're gonna draw this right here, which is another end. It's kind of like folding it. And then we're gonna tie that into that. And then I'm gonna do the skirt kind of like this. Fold it back into it with our wavy line technique. And it should look like that. And then now we're gonna do the top of that. Of course, we're gonna call these types bunny hops. Bunny hops. I like to call them bunny hops. I don't know what to call them. So we're gonna do our bunny hops. And now we're gonna tie it into it like all the other ones. Okay, now we're gonna do this part. We're gonna do this right here and tie it into it. And we're gonna take each side of these, make the lines go up and up again. And then tie it in some more if you have some extra space. Then we're gonna make like a little tunnel effect right there. Then at the top, the last one is we're gonna do our bunny hop technique again. And then stop when you see the wavy line. Now at the end, we're gonna do the same thing, just tie it into the other one. And there we go. Oh yeah, right here we're gonna do our bunny hops too to fill that in. And actually, there we go. Now we're gonna do the top skirt design. So, kind of like a crown. Like this. Yeah, like that. So, up, down, up, down, up. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now bunny hop style, but big bunny hop. So hop, hop, hop. Kind of like use if you're not as imaginary as me. You know, I could say like rainbows and instantly think of a shape. Okay. Now this one's gonna be different. We're drawing kind of like a mermaid tail, so we're gonna do like a heart. Yeah, a heart. The middle of a heart. Close. Then our bunny hops. Bunny hop, bunny hop, bunny hop. I'm gonna draw this up, rectangle up, then triangle, triangle, triangle. And there we go. We have our triangle top design skirt. And be like, Zoriana, this does not look so good. And I know, it doesn't usually look good at the first glance, but it's okay. So let's do dots right here in every single middle of a triangle. Try to make it exactly in the middle. Don't be like that, like me, a little slobby. Make the dots slightly bigger, and they can have a different design. Different is fun. Now this part, we're gonna do dots all along it. Okay, dot, dot, another dot for the triangles. And look at that. It kind of looks like real dress lining. Now going back down to the bottom skirt, we're gonna do a little tiny bit of shading. I wouldn't call it shading, I'd say lining. So we're gonna start over on this side. Connect that. Put it down to our squiggly line. Then we're gonna do like kind of like a curved line. So look at that. Then we're gonna go on this side. Connect them. Gonna make our tunnel effect again. And another one. Wow, that's starting to look like something, isn't it? Okay. Now, I don't think there's any more. Well, actually, there's this one right here. We're gonna do, I'd say an L, but bent. And, yeah. Then we're gonna go down. Get that. And yeah. Well, it's starting to look like something, isn't it? Okay. We are going to do my favorite thing to do. I call it dot shading. I don't know if it actually has a name, but hey, it's Rec Room, and in drawing we have low cortisol. Low cortisol. I'm a little bit old to use that word, but you know what? You're never too old to laugh and have fun. So, what is the dot shading? Well, let me show you. The dot shading is kind of like it's like you're doing a flick with your wrist, like back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. It should look like that. And don't ever make it look like this. It shouldn't look like that. It should look like this. Let's do it. And it's always, for me, it's always at the end of something. So it's going to be at the end of our skirt. You use it in areas that you want to make it look darker. Since I don't color, it's hard for me to use shade. So I kind of decided to use this thing like dot shading. Because to the eye, it tells like the person who's looking at it, hey, this looks kind of darker in this area because the line is thicker. So do not do it in those spaces right there. In our little hoods. Okay, look at that. It kind of looks a little bit darker and gives that effect that we're looking under a skirt. So we're going to do that for this too, all along it. I'm going to keep doing it on this both sides. Kind of feel like a printer. Yeah, your body's gonna shake a little bit, but that's just kind of like the part of it. It might feel a little bit uncomfortable at first, and you might get a little bit tired, but I know you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. We're all human. Okay, on this part, we're gonna do it too. Okay, look at that. Wow. So as you can see, it kind of gives a more shading effect while we are using black and white. And now we can get started on our other foot of our princess, because we cannot have a 1 foot princess. Wouldn't she kind of be like a pirate, I guess? I wonder if there was a pirate princess. Anyways, we're gonna go down at an angle. We're gonna do a small little wavy line going up, and we're gonna close it right there and go back. We're gonna take our heel, which is supposed to be, do it like a triangle, but a dull triangle. Here we go. Then we're gonna make our leg go up with our heel. Make a rectangle. It's not gonna look the best, but we'll come back and make it look better. There is our 2-heeled princess. Wow. Yeah, it's because now we don't really need them and they're kind of in the way. I'm gonna trim this down a little bit too. Now we're gonna do the curtain up. Another curtain effect. More up, kind of like a triangle. Then when you see these cuts right here, when it goes onto a different kind of thing, that means it goes up at the end. Look at that. Now this cut right here, we're just gonna ignore that part because it's kind of like a part of this cut. So we're gonna make the lines go up right there. Don't be afraid to make it go up a little bit longer. You can always trim it down. That's why we have our trusty dusty eraser. Anyways, let's go up. Now with this part right here, we're going to do this. It's gonna look a little bit different, but you'll see why when we begin to draw our princess. At the end right here, we're gonna do something like this for now. Look at that. Almost done. Just kidding, we're not almost done. 8 more hours. That's literally how art is. It's like, wow, are you done? No, I still got like 40 more minutes. Art is calming and stressful. But that's just life. Art is the way of life. Okay. Look at that. Now, we're going to draw our lines a little bit higher. If you drew some stubby lines like me, make them a little bit higher. It doesn't always have to be a big line. It can be a cut like that. Personally, I think those look better. Okay, there we go. Dip, 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 dip. Wavy line. Up. We're gonna draw our triangle right here. That's gonna be our triangle. We're gonna come back to that. And then at the top, we're gonna tie it into the triangle. We might as well do the other parts right here. Right here, we're gonna do that. And then right here, right here. Then at the waist, we're gonna make our princess's waist snatch because back in the day you couldn't be fat. Even though there are some big, glorious princesses nowadays. So I'm so glad we're not back in that day. But we are drawing our princess to match, ahem, ahem, you know. I wonder what show makes all the princesses have skinny waists. Hmm. Hmm. Anyways, we're gonna draw the bust. No, the chest. Yes, the chest. We are family friendly here, sorta. Okay. Now we're gonna do our wavy line technique. Straight this time. And we're gonna go down, back up in wavy line. Then we're gonna do our hood thing. Tie it back up at the waist. You can almost see our beautiful princess, can't you? I'm honestly kind of a little bit excited. I'd be lying if I wasn't excited. I am a little bit excited to see our princess. I do love princesses as a girl. Anyways, let's tie it up. Put the edges, lines. Then we're gonna do this, like a little wavy line down. Okay, now we're gonna draw our princess's hand. Ooh, we're getting some class. I'm so excited. probably gonna hang this up in my academy. Okay, so it's going to be like a slope. We're gonna go down like a slope. And there we go. Then we're gonna do the same thing, but it's gonna be a straight line. And it's gonna tie into something tinier. There we go. I'm not the best at hands, so we might have to redo it. Holy. So we're gonna go up like our normal palm. And then we're gonna draw our thumb right there. Then we're gonna go back up at an angle, make it round because our fingers are a little dull. They are not sharp, unless you have nails. Okay, we're gonna go like that, back down, tie it back into our hand. Then if you want to be more detailed, you can draw another pair of hands. So we're gonna draw our fingers about the same height as our main finger, which is our pointer finger. Like that. And we're gonna tie it together with another finger. Now that looks like sausage links, but it's fine. That's what we have our trusty dusty marker eraser for. There we go. I think I'm just gonna keep it with 2 fingers because I'm struggling a little bit. You know, fingers is everyone's kind of weakness. It's very hard to draw. But she looks fine. Isn't that beautiful? Now, I'm going to do this thing, which this thing is, going down and kind of making it at a sharp angle. So, wow, our princess has, crazy looking arms. Okay. I'm gonna try and fix this. Okay, so what I'm gonna do to try and fix this is I'm gonna do a U shape and then I'm gonna tie it back into that. Wow, she's an alien, isn't she? It's okay. Let's do this again. So straight, dull fingers. straight the little fingers. Oh boy. Okay, let's do this again. I'm sorry. This is supposed to be a tutorial, and yeah, I'm struggling myself. Drawing is never gonna turn out the same way twice. I'm so sorry. There you go. It looks semi-normal, but art's never gonna be perfect. So I'm gonna try again. We'll come back to that, I promise. Anyways, we're gonna do like a little floof thing. So you, and then bunny hop, bunny hop, bunny hop, bunny hop, bunny hop, bunny hop, bunny hop. And we're gonna tie it together like this. Then we're gonna do our puffs, which we're gonna do a half circle. And then we're gonna do our U shape. So up, down, up, down. Oh my gosh, I kind of missed it. Silly me. We're gonna do it in the middle where this little thing is right here. So down, then squiggly line back up, and then up, down, up, down, up. Look at that. And we're gonna tie it back up, and this is going to be sort of like a blouse. So you can guess what part we are doing next of her chest. We're gonna tie it all together. Right there. Then wave lines. And there we go. Look at that. Can you see our princess already? Okay, now we're going to do her shoulders. We're gonna go up a dull edge. Dull is very important when you're doing necks or edges. Then we're gonna draw our crevice of our chest shading right there. Then we're gonna draw this. And then, yeah. And we're gonna draw another shoulder. This shoulder is gonna be at a different length and you will see exactly why. Oopsie daisy. Gotta grab the trusty dusty eraser. But can't forget our bunny hop, bunny hop, bunny hop. Then we're gonna branch out, do another bunny hop, waves, and we're gonna go under the bunny hops, branch out, and do our waves. And we're gonna do some little lines in there. Make sure the lines don't meet. Yeah, I think that looks just as fine as it is right there. Okay, so now we're gonna do another hand part. You're like, oh, brother. I know, I'm trying. Okay, so we're gonna do our elbows. You should see an extreme difference in our elbows. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to do my thumb because our princess is in like a kind of pinching position. So, oh, I do highly recommend if you're more of a person who likes to see things smaller, I highly recommend opening your maker pen. Actually, sorry, click the three little lines, open backpack, click use or recall on your maker pen. Grab your maker pen right in front of you, and when you look at it, it should say scale on one of the buttons. And when you click on your canvas, you scale it up. But your canvas should be frozen right now, so don't forget to click the frozen button. And then after all that scaling, you click it back and put it as frozen. Now we're gonna get back. We're gonna do it like a crab hand. So we're gonna do like a C right here. Take the figures, bend them a little bit. Then we're gonna go back down. And we're gonna do the same thing, just a little bit smaller. And then we're gonna do a pinky. Pinky should be up because she's a little princess. And there we go. That looks way better from the other hand, doesn't it? Okay. Now a piece of her dress is going to be right here. So we're going to tie that. And we're going to tie that right into this drawing of her dress. And look at that. Our princess is pinching her dress. Now, I kind of feel like I need to redo this hand. I'm sorry. Let's do this. Okay? We're going to do this from the top. We're not going to make her hand so long. So we're going to go up at an arch. Stop. Make her fingers dull. We're going to fold back into it. Then we're going to do her thumb. It should look like that. And then you're going to cut back on it and do her palm. Which our princess's palm should have a dip. Because when you do your hand like that, they'll... Whoo. You know what? I'm trying. You know what, girl? She's gonna be a fairy. Who cares? Who cares? Gonna do our palm. Like that. Like that. Whoa! She's a little fairy. I promise, we will come back to that. I can't focus on that the whole video because then it would look like I don't know how to do art. Who said that? Anyways. We're going to do our necklace, which is going to be an upside down triangle with a diamond at the end, which is going to take on a leaf shape, an upside down leaf. Then we're going to do a U shape, but upside down. And we're going to do like kind of prison bars. I don't want to say prison bars, but we're going to do kind of like prison bars like that. Then our princess's neck should be somewhat long, but slender. So long and slender. Look at that. Now we're going to draw her face, which might be hard, but I'll walk you through it, I promise. So the chin at this angle will be sharp. Look at that. We have our sharp princess chin. Now we're going to do it just kind of like a normal oval. Yeah, just like a normal oval. Nothing to worry about. Look at that. She even has her head bent a little bit. Now we're going to draw the ears. Like that. Kind of like a U. Or a rainbow, but like with multiple rainbows inside of it. You know. Now we're going to draw the hair. So squiggly line. And then we're going to go back up doing the same technique with this squiggly line. Then we're going to do a curl right here. It's going to curl up. And we're going to curl back down and cover our head. Then we're going to make it branch out like that. Make it branch out again. Then we're gonna do that. Make the hair curl just like that. Like a banana shape. Just like that. And then make the hair curl kind of like that. And like that again. Just copy the movements what I'm doing. So we're gonna go back down. U shape again. And we're gonna kind of tie it in there. Then we're going to go down. We're actually gonna start from our princess's pinky so we can tie it back up. So we're gonna do kind of like banana shapes like that. And then another banana shape. We're gonna go up, back down, up, and then we're gonna do our squiggly line technique and tie it back into it. Now it should be like I'd say a crooked line right now. So now we are going to go back up, make a little part right here, and then at the part we're going to make the dull corner and go back up. We're going to do our last banana shape, and then we're going to do like our big bunny hops or like subtle bunny hops. And then at this point, we will go straight up. Then we're going to do like a U shape. Another U shape. I wonder if you guys can guess what kind of princess this is. I don't think you guys are gonna get it. It's a little bit hard, but hey. Now for our hair, you might be like, Soriana, she doesn't have a lot of texture in her hair. Hold your horses. We're gonna do the other side, and then we'll give her hair a lot of texture. It's gonna be a lustrous mane. Okay, we're gonna do something like that, like a U, and we're gonna do another U. Make it closer to her ears. Make her hair tuck behind her ears. Then with that part right there, we're going to do our wave technique. And then make it stop right there. So we're going to tie that into it too, since I accidentally did that wrong. And there it is. Very pretty. I actually want to do this like a little bit smaller, so I'm actually going to do it like a swoop over her eye. I always like the shy type of look. I think it's pretty. So I did down and then like a U. And yeah. Now I'm gonna go more down. Do a curl or a banana shape. Fold it like a wave. And there it is. I want to erase this part right here, so I'm going to. You don't have to. I'm just a little bit of a perfectionist. And I'm going to grab my erase marker. Erase it like no tomorrow. And look at that. Now we're going to draw our waves. Make it branch out, kind of like a tree branch. See, it's gonna look like a tree branch, but it's gonna be fine. Kind of like mimic the shape that it just made. So with these, you're gonna make another U, but it's just not gonna look as good. So like that. Or kind of whatever makes it look better a little bit. So we're gonna do this like that. and then give it some squiggly lines and then some middle parts. Can't forget this part. Look right here. It kind of looks a little bit dull. So now we're gonna do more lines right there, and we're gonna do some another wavy lines. Sometimes I like it when the lines don't fully connect, because now I can see like if her hair is curly or if it's straight. Kind of with straight hair, it's gonna look boring like that. It's just gonna look like a whole bunch of straight lines, which no one likes straight lines in art. That's why some shapes don't exist in art. Okay, so let's do it. I'm gonna kind of do that kind of shape, like a banana peel or a banana. I don't know. Then we're gonna draw down, more down, like that, and more down, like that. Down again, down, and swoop it back into it. And whoa, our princess has a very nice mane, doesn't she? Wow, Zoriana, her mane looks so pretty. I know. I'm losing it. Anyways, let's put on her little tiara because she is a pretty little princess. So we're gonna, don't forget how we do the triangles. It's kind of like up down triangles. She is a princess and she deserves all the princess pretties in the world. Don't forget to do our triangle thing with the diamonds in the middle. And yeah, but wait, Zoriana, we're not done. You gotta do that hang, girl. Like, I'm trying. I'm still a new artist myself. I really only been doing art for, I'd say a year, but it's really only been 10 months, really. So I'm still a beginner myself. I just think that, I don't know, maybe like art's my cutie mark or something. That'd be pretty cool. What if we had cutie marks as humans? Anyways, here we go. We go up, curve line, thumb. Or make our thumb thicker this time. Maybe that's the problem. Go back down. Look at that. Then we're gonna go up this one gently. And make it longer. And our thumb slightly. I'm gonna tie it into that. And wow! Look at that. Isn't it pretty? Now, if you want, let me see. Okay, let's do our additional steps. If you want to make your princess look more, more detailed with our dot technique. And if you forgot, our dot technique is a flick of a wrist. So flick, 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 flick. So kind of like this. Just a little flick of the wrist, but your dot should never look heavy like this. It should look like this. Yeah. Anyways, let's do it on the edge because I always do it on the edge. Honestly, this tutorial was so fun. Honestly, like, last time the other ones felt a little bit longer, but this one's way longer than the other ones, and I'm having so much fun. Maybe I should draw more princesses. I don't know who's gonna watch those tutorials. And today I'm gonna be drawing 5 different princesses. Like, I don't know if that's gonna be helpful to anyone, but it's definitely gonna be helpful for my happiness. As you can see, I'm drawing dots across the lines that we have done. And look at that. It's giving a little bit more detail. We're gonna also do our hood technique. So slide across, slide across, slide across. And it makes it like look like there's an underneath of our princess's blouse. So let's do it on every single triangle. I'm gonna do it in the middle because they both need shading and I'm getting 2 birds with 1 stone. There you go. I'm gonna do the dots right here now. Look at that. Wow. We're gonna do some more dots. Look at that. And some more. All across the lines, sometimes in the middle. And look at that. Do some more hood illusion kind of thingies. And I'm gonna shade this part in, because I do not want our princess to be showing too much skin. Or do the edges like that. And here we go. This, sorry. Okay, this is our beautiful princess. I think I'm actually gonna hang this up in my school, honestly. So I'm gonna put my signature. You should always put your signature on art that's yours. Anyways, this is our beautiful princess. So, this is Zoriana's tutorial on how to draw a pretty princess. Okay. Bye. Wait. Okay. I know. You're like, where's her cute little wand? Honestly, I had the best idea just now, okay? And I thought, what if I make her a fairy? Like a fairy princess? What are we thinking? I think we should make her a fairy princess. That'd be so cool. So, sorry, I'm gonna take that back. So, anyways, we're gonna put our camera right here. And honestly, I want to give her cute little fairy wings and a fairy wand, right? I think we should do that. So, let's just do that. So, I'm gonna teach you how to draw fairy wings. It's another tutorial and another tutorial and another tutorial. Isn't that great? So, we're just gonna make this easy, nothing hard. So, we're gonna draw it right here on her mane. We're gonna do wavy line technique. Hold it back in. Then we're going to kind of make the bottom look the same, but it's kind of not going to be the same. It's going to be like a square kind of thing. It's probably going to be a square kind of thing. So we're going to do it like that. Keep that point. And like that. As you can see, we have a cute little fairy now. Let's give it a cute little design. Like, kind of like, I don't know, maybe you can do squiggles, which was like common for fairy princesses to have like squiggles in their wings. And we're just gonna do the dot technique along it. Okay. We're gonna do more. Look at that. She's a little fairy princess. And her crown was kind of bothering me. Yeah. Her tiara, I guess. It doesn't really look like a real tiara. It looks like a downgraded tiara. And I think princesses should deserve a real tiara. You know? So we're going to grab our eraser. Okay. And we're going to draw a proper crown. So what I'm kind of doing is observing her head shape and kind of thinking about what crown would fit her best. Okay. Let's draw something kind of basic, kind of nice. Okay, let's go. A little heart shape. And like that, like that. Well, our princess has a really big crown, but hey. Big duties, big crown. There we go. Again. And again. Gonna do it like that. And look at that! She has a very big crown. Hey. And you know what? I'm feeling a little bit childish today. Let's give her a wand. We're gonna draw through her hands a little cylinder shape. And I'm just gonna make it dull at the bottom. And I'm gonna draw a star. So let me teach you guys how to draw a star. So we're gonna go side, down, up, in the middle. Wow, I forgot how to draw a star. Okay. Just watch me, or you can put the video in slow mo. There we go. There's our star. It's gonna be like a little cloud, or have wings on it. And let's just fill in the star, because why not? There it is. There's our princess. Okay. Alright. I feel like I've been doing this tutorial for so long. I really like this tutorial. I had fun. I hope you had fun too, and you understand how to make a princess. Okay, so this is Zoriana's tutorial on how to make a princess. Okay, bye.